Welcome to the off-season. It's the NFL. There is no off-season. I'm Dale Lolley here for Pittsburgh Sports. .com. I'm here at the Breakers Resort. You can see it there in the background here for the NFL meetings. And we had our first opportunity today to talk to Mike Tomlin this offseason. Covered a lot of ground on a lot of subjects, but most notably, talked about how the Steelers are still interested in the quarterback market with this rookie draft class. And I know Mike Tomlin has made a point of going to Desmond Ritter's pro day, Malik Willis's pro day, Kenny Pickett's pro day, and then Matt Corral's pro day in this offseason. Monday, Sam Howell will have his pro day in North Carolina, at North Carolina. Kevin Colbert will be there. Mike Tomlin will not. He'll be in meetings there with the competition committee as they continue to discuss potential changes to overtime and things of that nature with the NFL. And I asked him, I said, so you're not going to make it to that pro day? And he says, yeah, I'm pissed about it. He really wants to see these guys. He wants to get eyes on these college prospects because the Steelers are still interested in these guys. As Tomlin said, he's felt the urgency over the last couple of years to acquire that next potential franchise quarterback. And that's what happens, when your starting quarterback is getting up in age. And so the Steelers have spent more time looking at the draft prospects and have spent a lot of time with this group in particular. Doesn't mean they will take one, but it does mean that they're certainly looking into the possibility of taking one. And they really haven't hid this from anybody. And Tomlin was asked about that. He said, look, I'm not concerned about what everybody else sees. I want to do my due diligence on these guys. I want to meet them. I want to talk to them. I want to talk to the people around them. I want to take them to dinner and spend that kind of time with them. So it's very interesting, the Steelers do that. And they're not really concerned about who knows what they're interested in. If you remember last year, everybody in the world knew that they were interested in Najee Harris. They didn't hide it. And then they ended up taking him. Well, we've heard some similar things this year about Malik Willis and the Steelers' love of Malik Willis. And they haven't really hid that either. That doesn't mean that they're going to take him automatically, but it does mean that they have an interest there. I don't know that they're going to move up to do it, although both Kevin Colbert and Mike Tomlin said today that one of the things that made Mitch Trubisky attractive to them, and they like Trubisky, but one of the things that really made him attractive to them was the fact that they didn't have to give up any draft capital to acquire him. They wanted to keep those draft picks in case you want to move up or in case you wanted to fill some other holes. And if you start looking at what they've done in free agency, they really filled a lot of the needs, a lot of the holes. When you start doing mock drafts now for the Steelers, it's really difficult sometimes to fill all those spots, or I should say, use all the draft picks to acquire guys that you think, boy, this guy's a chance to make the team, because they've done such a good job in free agency filling some of those spots. But very interesting comments today from Mike Tomlin regarding that. He also talked about, I asked him about what's going on with all the interior offensive linemen. They now have 4 potential starters for 3 spots, and he said that was all about adding competition. They have 3 guys who are now capable of starting at center, which is certainly only one gets to. And Mason Cole has expressed that he feels like he's better at that position. That's where he wants to be. Well, they have Kendrick Green there, and of course James Daniels also has started games at the center position, was a college center as well. So they've really covered their bases there. They got 4 dogs and 3 bones for that spot. So we'll see what happens there. But that's going to be an open competition there. And Tomlin said today that he's open to moving Kendrick Green back to his natural position of guard. They hadn't said that before. So it's certainly something that's interesting to keep an eye on here as we roll into training camp or OTAs here in a few weeks, and then mini camp and training camp heading into this season. But we'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening here, right here on Pittsburgh Sports. I'm Dale Lolley. Thanks for watching the video.